being properly cared for. The SPCA says no charges have been laid against the breeder. It was an exciting day for staff at Wild Ark, the SPCA's Wild Animal Rehabilitation Centre in Metchosin. 4 common mergansers, not as common in Victoria as their name suggests, were released into the wild today after weeks of care. A-News reporter ASTRID BRAUNSCHMIDT was there. She joins us now with more on the experience. ASTRID?
Well, Eric, releasing the 4 mergansers back into the wild was bittersweet for staff at Wild Ark. For the past 7 weeks, they've cared for the chicks, but now they're on their own with a little help from human friends. After 7 weeks in captivity, 4 feathered friends find freedom at Langford Lake. As the adolescent mergansers adapt to their new surroundings, their adopted human family watches in admiration. Nearly 2 months ago, these birds were taken in by wildlife rehabilitators at Wild Ark in Metchosin. Just days old, 3 of them were rescued from the racing waters of the Souk River. They had been separated from their mother. The 4th was transferred from a wildlife facility on the mainland.
So they've been with us 7 weeks. They were about this size when they came in, 45 grams or so, and now they're much bigger, 730 grams.
While the birds were happier together, raising this blended family has had its challenges.
Well, definitely providing enough food for them.
Mergansers eat only live fish. These 4 gulp down a couple of hundred every day.
Incredibly, we spent probably $800 in feeder fish alone for these 4 little birds that turned out to be larger birds now. And as they grew, of course, we went from small feeder fish, from medium feeder fish to larger feeder fish.
Thanks to local pet stores, the avian appetites were kept under control. But with one last snack of goldfish, the mergansers are now on their own.
Here at Langford Lake, these birds have a pretty good chance of survival. Not only is it a quiet lake, but there are also plenty of fish in the water and lots of hiding places.
Hiding places should make them invisible to predators. Predators like this eagle, coincidentally brought to Wild Ark last night from Langford Lake. She became entangled in fishing line, but luckily a Wild Ark volunteer was on the scene.
I was fishing Langford Lake with my friend for some trout, and we're in a little boat, and the guy's boat next to us, his line was out. Bald eagle came down for a fish, didn't see the line, and flew right into it. So I called Wild Ark, I knew the number, and I got them down there to help.
With no major injuries, this beautiful bird could have been released today, but in an attempt to bolster the merganser's chance of survival, she'll stay at Wild Ark until the weekend.
Obviously, there's eagles everywhere in Victoria, so they are a natural predator, but we're going to give them a little break for a couple days.
And so, with a flap and a paddle, it appears their release back into the wild is a success. Now, as we mentioned, it did cost about $800 to feed the mergansers during their stay at Wild Ark. That may not sound like a lot, but the facility is not funded by any government agency, which means it relies solely on donations and volunteers. So if you would like more information about Wild Ark or would like to help cover some of the costs of caring for wild animals, you can give them a call. 250-4789-453 is the number. You can visit their website, wildark.com. Eric?
Well, and hopefully they'll survive for a long time.
I hope so.
ASTRID BRAUNSCHMIDT reporting. ASTRID, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bruce